Yeah, I thought, Charlotte's a good team, and they're big, they're physical. They do a good job of executing on the offensive end of the floor. And I thought it was a battle, as I told the guys, a battle of tempos. They want to play a half-court game and pound it inside to Howard and, execute their offense, play late in the shot clock. We had to be disciplined, and I thought we did a better job, certainly in the fourth quarter, of defending without fouling and, getting out and running, but executing on the offensive end in the fourth quarter. It was a grind, and I thought our guys did a good job of continuing to grind and get stops when we needed and score when we needed baskets.
Did you feel like you did all you could do about Howard, or could more have been done to try to contain him better?
Well, the thing we talked about double teaming him. The thing was they were scoring twos. They weren't hitting us with a lot of threes, and we felt like, with Walker and Batum being out there and Williams being out there in that starting lineup, double teaming him was going to give them 3-point baskets and attempts. So we didn't want to do that. We wanted to just stay square on him and try to keep a body between him and the basket and make him score over the top. And, if they had a certain lineup out there, we were considering the double team. But, he was scoring 2-point baskets. It's when teams are knocking down threes, they get away from you. He was scoring, but we still had the lead.
Miles Turner off the bench with 22 points. You kind of look ahead with the experience Sabonis has gained, all these starts, and then Turner coming back as well. The improvement that could bring to the team when he gets back in his groove and reclaims that starting spot.
We're going to eventually get back to that. Tonight I wanted to match up. Miles came in, knocked down some jump shots, and I wanted to match Miles with Howard because I felt like we could get some things offensively with Miles knocking down his jump shot and Howard being in the paint, defending the paint. And the second half, we went to that a little earlier in the third quarter, and Miles was able to knock down some shots and help us gain the lead. So we eventually going to get back to Miles in that starting unit, but we want to bring him on slowly.
Bogdanovich has not really had a big game in quite a while. Has he lost some confidence, perhaps, or what's going on?
No, I think I just think he looks a little fatigued. I think he looks a little tired. We're going to try to give him some rest, but he's played a lot of basketball in the last year. Playing with his national team and playing really just about every game for us, except for I think one game that he missed. So he looks a little fatigued, and we're going to try to find a way to give some of our guys some rest. I'll talk with Bojan and our trainers and Kevin and those guys, and we'll see what we can do.
Going forward, how nice is it to have that mix and match combo at the 5 or at the 4 with Miles and Domas, to where on one end of the floor Domas can bang a little bit and then Miles can obviously stretch it.
Well, again, I like that combination. They both are very effective in what they do. Miles is more of a pick and pop center, and when you're playing against bigs like Howard, who are going to be in the paint, they don't get out to those shooters. A lot of times it could give you some open looks, and Domas is a center that can pick and roll. He can pop as well, but he does a good job of rolling to the basket. So we try to get to that matchup the second half to play Miles against Howard a little more in the second half than we did in the first.
I think you put Victor back in right around the 10-minute mark, maybe a little bit earlier than normal. You just felt like you had to go with your guy that early in the fourth quarter.
Yeah. I mean, I just felt like we needed to get Victor and Thaddeus back in the game. They was rested and was ready to go, and I think we was down 83, 82 or something like that, and it was like, look, let's make a push right here, and they came in right away and had an impact.